Hey guys, Thunderset here doing a revisit to Aromages. So they got a ton of new support. A lot of it's win more, a little bit of it's good, but the archetype itself is just still not good, guys. It's so hard to figure out what they're missing and what it takes, but I was just getting curb stomped with this deck. It was really hard. It's hard to focus on what combos, but this deck has a little bit of it all. We're still using my monster cards. It's not as good. It's not guaranteed. Even if you run 3, I feel like it's not more. You might not even have a monster in your hand, so it's not what it used to be, but it's still pretty useful in a deck like this. So my monster cards require 6, level 4 or lower. We're using Kanaga. We're using Rose Archer. Now with Rose Archer here, you can maybe swap out for a Rose Lover or something like that. Might be a little better. But Rose Archer will negate traps as long as you have a plat type monster. Pretty useful. We're using 1 Jasmine, 1 Angelica, 1 Rosemary, and 1 Laurel. So we also have Bergamot and the brand new Majoram. Now what does Majoram do? When your life points are higher than your opponent's, you take no battle damage from attacks involving plant type monsters, and you can use one of these effects once per turn. When a plant type monster you control is destroyed by battle, you can special summon this monster from your hand, then gain 500 life points. And if you gain life points, target cards in your opponent's graveyard up to the number of Aromages cards you control, banish them. It's usually 1, but pretty okay. She gets to 2500 under Aroma Garden and stuff like that. So she sneaks out when you're destroyed. We also have the brand new card Wall of Thorns. When a plant type monster you control is targeted for an attack, destroy all attack position monsters your opponent controls. So that's really making this deck fully reliant on battle destruction, battle swinging, whole shebang, which is really tough in the current meta. People have a lot of ways around things like the battle phase. So it's really hard to find what combos to focus on. Other new cards, we have Laurel, who can special summon when your life points are just higher. He's just 800, level 1, nothing too special. But when you gain life points, he can target a plant type monster and make them a tuner. So that opens up more tuner plays on top of our Angelica, who will discard from the hand, target a Aromage in the graveyard, gain that for life points. So you can use that to gain life points whenever you need to. And you can only use it once per turn. I believe she can special summon. Yeah, while your life points are higher than your opponent's, you can special summon this card from your graveyard. So you gotta control an Aromage monster for that too. But I'm bearing the lead. The best card to come out of this is Humid Winds. So this card on its own does a lot for you. You can pay 1000 life points, add 1 Aroma monster from your deck to your hand. Pretty good. If your life points are lower than your opponent's, gain 500 life points. Pretty good. So it's a little different because now you're running an Aromage deck where your life points are consistently lower than your opponent's, but it works out because you're gaining life points easier. And this card's a little win more, but I think it's pretty cool. Aroma Gardening. If you normal or special summon an Aroma monster, except during the damage phase, you gain 1000 life points. Okay. When an opponent's monster declares an attack while your life points are lower than your opponent's, you can special summon 1 Aromage monster from your deck. That's even Bergamot, guys. You can special summon Bergamot with this while your life points are lower. And of course, if your life points are lower, you can use Humid Winds to gain 500 life points. That's 1000 attack points for Bergamot, guys. It's pretty crazy. So the combos are there. It's just hard to really know what to focus on. People get around battle phase traps, so there's still ways to go. I didn't even get into the synchros with Rosemary, Black Rose, Bryonic. The brand new Splendid Rose, we don't really use it, so I'll save a later video to get into that. But yeah, Aromages still have a while to go, guys. It sucks, but I feel like they do. This probably isn't the way to play them. Maybe they'll get a little better than this, but I'm not feeling it at the moment. So I hope you guys enjoy the combos you do see, and thanks for watching. Alright, here we are versus old school Joey Wheeler. Let's see what he's got in store for us. We're going second, guys. So this has first turn, second turn plays. Probably better on first turn with all these traps, honestly. So my monster card shows it's not as good as it used to be, So we just have a Rose Archer, and they're not even a plant. So imagine a Rose Lover would be pretty good. So we have a Berry Magician Girl who searches a Kiwi. So we know he has a Kiwi and a Berry. That's generally not going to be an OTK unless he gets a Quintet. So we kind of brick with Wall of Thorns and just Humid Winds. I don't want to use my Rose Archer because he is mixed with Dark Magician. So he does use Rod to search Dark Magical Circle. Gets a Dark Magician, but stops there. Tries to hit us for 2,000, but we gain 500 life points with Humid Winds because our life points are lower. So now we use our Humid Winds to search Kanaga. This is going to really get our combo started. We're going to play Aroma Gardening. Normal summon the Kanaga. Aroma Gardening is going to give us 1,000 life points for that. And trigger Kanaga, which returns the Dark Magical Circle. We're 1900 after the Aroma Garden, swinging over the Magician's Rod. Great stuff. He uses Dark Magical Circle again. We're going to gain life points with Humid Winds to trigger Kanaga. Kanaga's going to return the Dark Magical Circle. He still gets the search, but he can't play that Dark Magical Circle again. Normal summons a Lemon. We were going to use the search of our Humid Winds. He's going to chain 2 Kiwi Girls to make these little girls super buff. We search Majoram in case we do get destroyed, but Aroma Gardening, guys, when you're attacked at, when your life points are lower, you get a special summon. It doesn't have to be a direct attack. And then I'm chaining Wall of Thorns, guys. So we get a 2900 Bergamot, which triggers Aroma Gardening again, gives us 1,000. Wall of Thorns wipes the whole field. They were 26 and 22. Kanaga's heal from Humid Winds is going to trigger both the monster's effects, returning a card and having Bergamot gain 1,000. We do Aroma Gardening, or Aroma Garden, and that's even more attack for these monsters. Absolutely insane stuff, guys. Okay, here we are versus an Ishizu. Go in second. Let's see what she's got for us. We're using my monster cards. Starting off with the Jasmine, Humid Winds, Aroma Garden, very good way to start. Also get a Wall of Thorns. Very good. So we're going to use Aroma Garden to gain life points, but our opponent's going to stop that with a Cosmic Cyclone. So no Jasmine combos. We're going to tribute right into a Majoram. Now it's a Black Wings, so he's down to 2. He's got to use his Whirlwind as his normal summon with no Blackwing Whirlwind. So things aren't going great for him. But we're going to use our Humid Winds, search our Angelica. Now we have a heal whenever we want it. He swings right into a Wall of Thorns with a Raikiri. Thankfully for us, we use another search for a Bergamot after pulling another Aroma Garden. Normal summon the Bergamot. Look at this, we didn't even need the Aroma Garden. We just used only the Humid Winds and its searches, guys. Absolutely crazy stuff. Alright, here we are facing a Chaz. Super random, you usually don't see Chaz at all. We're going second. What has he got in store for us? Life point boosts. We're using my monster cards, of course. Starting with Kanaga, and a Laurel, and a Majoram. So pretty good, especially with Humid Winds, so a very good hand. We're just facing a Blue Eyes out there. Normal summon the Kanaga, set our traps. We also got a Wall of Thorns. Swings right into the Wall of Thorns. We're going to chain Humid Winds to gain life points. Kanaga returns nothing, of course. Here he's got a Silver's Cry, so that's a problem, but it's in the end phase, so we're okay. We used our search, so we lose 1,000 life points. Search the Bergamot. Draw into a Rosemary. Use the search again. We get our Angelica. We got like every Aromage in our hand, guys. Normal summon the Bergamot from the Kanaga. Use our Humid Winds heal because we're lower than our opponent. That makes Bergamot over a Blue Eyes White Dragon, guys. That easy. Humid Winds, search again. Humid Winds. Searches a Jasmine, then we gain life points. That's a 3,400 Bergamot. We normal summon the Rosemary for 1,800. Can't use monster effects. Great stuff, guys. Okay, here's a Dark Signer Rex Goodwin. Go in second. See what he's got first. We're using my monster cards. We're starting with the Humid Winds, Wall of Thorns. He starts at a Necro Valley and a face down with us, so that's not very good. He normal summon Kanaga, no delay whatsoever when he did that, so it's gotta be like a counter trap or something. Here he normal summons a Dark Archetype, which will juggle out a a monster. Probably his Raska. He's probably trying to get out with that. It's a good way to get Raska out if I was to swing into it. But we're not going to fall for that. We're going to special summon our Laurel. Gain life points with human wins. Kanaga's going to return. It is an Ultimate Providence. It is in fact a counter trap. But thanks to Laurel's chain, it falls on him. If Laurel had gone through, we would have had a Haster, because he would have made one of them Tuner, and then that would have been a level 4 Synchro. But here we get our searches and our gains from Humid. Then we draw into our Aroma Garden. Normal summon a Bergamot. That's over any damage, because if he would have taken any damage, he would have special summoned out a Raska, but we hit him just for lethal. Great stuff, guys. Okay, here we are versus an Aster Phoenix. Going second. Using my monster cards. We have Aroma Garden. Here he's using a Stratos, adds a Ferris, Vision Hero Ferris. We'll get to him in a while, guys. He's got a special summon Ferris, which is going to let him use a Vision Hero to spell in Trap Zone. He puts increase, tributes increase, brings out, tributes Ferris, brings out increase. Anyway, we normal summon Kanaga, play our Garden, set our Wall of Thorns. Kanaga gains 19, they lose 500. This boy is 500 because of Aroma Garden 2, so that's 1300, boy or girl, I can't really tell. And Stratos searches a Plasmus, and then our opponent just scoops. So when this deck is going well, it's going well, guys, but the trick is getting it to do that consistently, and that's still pretty hard. It's hard to figure it out. You want to just pump your deck full of Kanagas and Rosemaries, but then it's very simple and easy to get over. So I don't know, this way feels pretty good for now. Wall of Thorns isn't going to be working on people forever, so we got to get it while it's hot. But other than that, hope you guys are enjoying the new box. I'm going to also be touching some decks that are unaffected by the ban list now in between, so I hope you guys don't mind. But overall, thanks for watching.